Wow, final show, right? So being chosen to give someone's final show speech is it's a pretty big honor, especially when you get to do it for one of your best friends in the group and one of your best friends, period. So, Nicholas Page and I have spent countless hours together, have come up with some pretty funny, quality, but mostly garbage jokes about nonsense, and have really shared some great memories together. But despite all of this, I found it pretty difficult to come up with an idea of exactly how I wanted to tackle giving a speech like this, you know, a speech that really let me express my gratitude and share the experiences that I've come to have with my good pal Nick. How can I be sincere yet share all these great and funny moments that I've had with the jig in front of an audience that's filled with his closest friends and family without completely embarrassing him? After countless hours of deliberating, there was one clear answer to my qualms, and it was clearly to make a presentation of my top 5 favorite things and memories about Nick. Number 5.
They said it couldn't be done.
Number 5, the 100-day ginger ale challenge. Now, if you're lucky or hot enough to be able to have Nick Page on Snapchat, you might have been scrolling through your stories and seen that Nick had posted a picture of a ginger ale can with a number next to it. Maybe you would notice that this trend had continued for 100 days straight, with Nick never failing to miss a day once. Now, you might be thinking, no one in their right mind would do that. Who made him do that? Or even, this is ridiculous, I want to go home. And it really is. Wait. Yeah, so it really is a totally fair assumption to think that the only way that someone would subject themselves to this ridiculous challenge would be losing odds, a bet, or some other kind of ridiculous thing like that. No. Nick Page voluntarily consumed 1 Canada Dry every day for 100 days straight. And yes, he shotgunned the last one. Now, this is going to be hard, but does anyone know how much sugar that is? 3,500 grams, good, yeah. But for those of you who saw Nick in strip mod, it clearly shows. Number 4, Nick and his identical twin. Now, most of you guys know Justin Page. Justin, can we get a hi? That's Justin in the front row. So, most of you know Justin, Nick's older brother, and you might be thinking that I'm confusing them as twins. You're wrong. You don't know about Nick's real twin, Megan Gorman. Twins need to have each other's backs. And Nick and Megan are a great example of an awesome twin dynamic. We even asked each of the new members during callbacks, so if you were to pick any 2 people in this room to be twins, who would it be? And surprisingly, they got it wrong every single time. Now, each time I was able to actually tell the difference between the 2 of them, we always had a good laugh about it, and neither of them was upset about the mistake. I guess once Nick graduates, it's going to be easier to tell who's who, unless, of course, Megan gets a new twin next year. Number 3, the journey to Dryden. So, okay, quick water sip real quick. Okay. The reason I love this story so much is because of how much it easily could have been avoided. Last year on our way to Cornell, Nick, Lexi, Supple, Cheese, and I were all in a car listening to Nick tell a certain joke about a house full of monks and what seemed like an infinite amount of rooms and stairs. If you know, you know. After hearing the ending to the 25-minute joke and being furious at how stupid the punchline was, we saw the other car with Hannah turn off on an exit we were supposed to go. We then realized that Nick, instead of being the responsible co-pilot to Supple, forgot to tell us to take an exit, and the next exit wasn't for another 30 miles. Boy, were we pissed off. Little did we know that our GPS would take us to a small town in upstate New York called Dryden. Now, intuitively, being stranded in the middle of nowhere while everyone in your car is pissed off at Nick and Nick is completely laughing his ass off is a god-awful combination. However, it turns out that despite being borderline unpopulated and probably doesn't exist anymore, the scenery was actually beautiful. We took some great selfies. We had a photo shoot on a tractor. And overall, it was a great experience for all of us. Thanks to Nick for literally not doing... He told me I couldn't, I'm sorry. And overall, it was a great experience for all of us. Thanks to Nick literally just not doing the one thing we asked him to. Nick number 2. So I didn't want to get too sentimental here, but Nick is one of the most genuine people I've ever met. So, some of the best advice I ever gave me was when we were in his mind at 2 a.m. and he was suggesting that as we go through life, we accentuate the positive too much. He was asking my opinion on looking a little deeper for the good, stilling our voices of insult and sarcasm, and more generously complimenting and endorsing virtue and effort into ourselves and others. Nick is one of the biggest hearts I've ever witnessed. He has such a passion, he has such a passionate drive for life, you'll never see him sitting in bed for countless hours watching shows on Netflix like The Office. Nick is someone I looked up to a lot and aspire to be like him in every way possible. He's someone I look up to a lot, for real. Now, in case any of you were distracted for some reason or didn't hear a single thing I said in the last slide, I feel like I need to get a little sentimental here to really express the gratitude that I have for being able to meet Nick.
Yeah, where are we?
Sorry. He never had a problem spending time with me on a weekend night or bringing me to parties with him as an underclassman. He always just considered me one of his friends, and that's something I really admired about him. Nick's impact on the group is definitely one that will not and genuinely cannot be forgotten. I know I speak for everyone when I say that, and especially for all the alumni in the audience who knew you, and I wasn't even born yet. I'm gonna miss our 2 a.m. stairs kind of nights, and there's no one else that I'd rather share a mug of wine with on a Friday night. I'm not sure if anyone else who comes into this group will ever be able to take the jokes that are completely ridiculous and not funny and turn them into a hysterical joke that no one in their right minds will think is funny besides the Bostonians. Like you can. I also don't think anyone will be able to ruin an innocent game of salad bowl like you did on tour last year. Nick, you deserve every positive message, expression of gratitude, every positive message, every expression of gratitude, and every incredible memory that you get from tonight. I love you so much, the group loves you so much, everyone in this audience loves you so much. Thank you for all you've done, and good luck in Boston next year.
Wow. Carnegie Hall, pretty crazy that you booked this venue. Hi everyone, for those who don't know, I'm Paul Wagenseller. I was a junior when Nick became a freshman. When Nick was a freshman. Here we go. Alright, you ready? I hope so. Picture an alternate reality. Where instead of toes, everyone just has baby carrots. How about one where instead of dogs, alpacas are a man's best friend? Or one where literally nothing is different, but everybody has an Audi belly button. Could you imagine? Nick Page could. I know a lot of funny people, and I can say without a doubt that Nick Page is definitely in the top 5. He's had a lot of zany bits, jokes, goofs, gaffes, whatever over the years. Wow, Rome was one of the first enduring ones that I can... Let's also not forget the hilarity of Spin the Nick. The potion. Me and Nick always having our own table at IHOP, more like the twins, and many more that I can't discuss because Rob and I, 2 days ago, received a text from Nick that said we had to be smart with what we said in our speech. So for the sake of Mr. and Mrs. Page, I won't go into the weirder stuff. I will, however, tell you about the joke that I think cemented my friendship with Nick Page.
Here comes the frogs.
Yep. It's a really dumb bit, and it has probably, unfortunately, affected all of your lives in one way or another. So I'm sorry about that. I had just finished working a shift at the campus school, which is where Nick and like a lot of our good friends have volunteered, which is a great spot. I just finished a shift and I'd gone to the Bostonians office to have lunch.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the office, seriously. Honestly, it was a place where dreams, memories, and probably babies have been made. Nick was in there. That was PG. Nick was in there, and we started talking about our day, and at one point I told him that at school I was reading the kids a book about frogs, and that after doing so I now knew every single thing that there was to know about frogs. That's basically the whole joke in a nutshell. However, Nick, today is a big day. You're graduating, and I have a gift for you. The time has finally come for me to tell you everything that there is to know about frogs. A frog is a type of amphibian whose origins extend to as many as 256 million years ago. There are approximately 4,800 species of frogs, which scientifically can be described as a metric shit ton. One time God was very mad, and he threw a lot of frogs at Egypt, but it totally backfired because the people of Egypt loved frogs almost as much as we do, and there was much rejoicing. Exodus 8, 1 through 15. Catholic school, yes. Frogs are small and adorable, but they can also be big and adorable. They start out as tadpoles, and then they go through a phase where they dye their hair black and only wear like leather wristbands, and they only listen to Avril Lavigne before they become full-fledged adult frogs. People sometimes eat frog legs, and sometimes they say that it tastes like chicken, but I've had frog legs, and I can tell you it doesn't taste like chicken, it tastes like frog. A frog's mating call sounds exactly like Salvuccio Buffin singing Not the Only One. Frogs are very good, and I am one, and that is literally everything that there is to know about frogs. It's time to get serious. Here we go. So, Nick Page is, as you know, the music director of the Bostonians. A group of people who love each other and snuggle way too much, and also sing sometimes. So when Nick got the job, he expressed concern. No. This is not rare. As MD is a daunting responsibility, and he shared most of the same concerns that I did when I first started the position 4 years ago. 4? Okay, 4 years ago. Jeez. Chief among these are, oh God, how do I get people to listen to me? Oh God, how do I arrange a song? Oh God, what even is music? And oh God, what if the frogs don't like me? But I think it's obvious from the caliber of this group that stood before you tonight that Nick didn't have anything to worry about. However, going into it, it's incredibly intimidating. It's like a legacy thing, and there's a long line of incredible Bostonians MDs who you inevitably compare yourself to. I certainly get it. But in the end, I told Nick that the job is his, and it's up to him to make it his. Each MD is different, and it's that variety from year to year that makes what we do so exciting and cool. And the fun truth about MD is that the music's only half of it. Nick, you are the face of the Bostonians. Screw you, Hannah, I guess. And the energy that binds, you're the energy that binds every single person on this stage together.
What is this?
It's a speech. It's So Nick, that group behind you looks to you for guidance and support, not just musically, but in every aspect of life, which means that you have the unenviable burden of having to stay optimistic and bold and helpful and funny and professional at all times. And I know how hard that is, to be all of those things. even when times are good, let alone when they're bad, and they do get bad. But you did it. You absolutely did it. So congratulations, Nick. When Nick Page graduates, this group and this school are going to lose a legend. Seriously. Nick is someone whose unyielding compassion, unflinching humor, and undeniable talent make him an instant friend to everyone he meets. These qualities are what make Nick such an amazing music director for this group, such an inspiration to me, and such an amazing companion to so many. Try to picture one more alternate reality. In this reality, nobody loves Nick Page. Can you imagine?
No.
Of all the infinite, stupid, and outrageous realities we've come up with in our heads, that's the most outlandish. Nick brings so much joy to every life he touches. He's certainly brought joy to mine. Nick, I've loved watching you grow into the mature, talented, and happy frog that you are. Keep striving for excellence, and I promise that you will achieve it. Congratulations.
I actually prepared a PowerPoint. If you can get up here, guys, and set that up. No, I'm just kidding.
So handsome,
Wow, Rob, that was quite the presentation you prepared. What are we going to do with you? I can tell it must have taken hours to put that together. So funny and so heartfelt. And Paul, what a speech. That part where you said I was your favorite Bostonian and best friend ever, boy, that was a real tearjerker. It sure is going to be hard to follow those speeches up, but I'll sure as heck try. First of all, thank you to all the underclassmen for putting this whole show together and for just playing this whole night. The alum who are here tonight, my family and friends who came out to support me. This is definitely one of those nights I'm always going to remember when I graduate and disappear forever. Special thank you to my parents for breaking the all-time record for most Bostonian shows ever attended. California, and I remember Guy joked that he half expected to see them in the audience. Thank you guys for being so supportive and for being my #1 fans. To my friends that came out tonight, this is also the last time you can get away with heckling me on stage, so if you thought of anything clever, make it count. Big When I first got to BC, I knew I wanted to audition for the Bostonians, but I had no idea just how much of an impact a group like this would have on me in my 4 years here. I thought I was just joining a singing group, but from the moment I got into the group, I knew it would be so much more. This group has introduced me to some of the best people I've ever met. I don't know where I'd be without Ben's weird sayings, Paul's vast knowledge about frogs, Rob's thick build, Guy's unmistakable smile, and all the rest of them too. It's hard to believe I've been in this group with a total of 35 Bostonians, and I would consider all of them close friends for life. It's even harder to believe that out of that 35, only one of them has been here with me and shared every Bostonian's experience with me every semester.
Who is it?
Hannah, you are a person that really pisses me off so much sometimes, and speaking with you can be one of the most frustrating things in this world. Let me finish. But it's okay, because I know that probably means double for you. Thank you for dealing with me these past 4 years and for being one of my closest friends. I wouldn't trade you, not for a million dynamics. I can't imagine my time at BC if we hadn't come into this group together with Ben and Travis. Also, shout out to Travis for coming tonight from New York. It really speaks to the bonds this group creates. But yeah, anyways, thank you for having such a positive impact on my life, Hannah. Keep it up, sport. Bostonians has been the one constant and unchanging thing to me in my time at BC. Even though the dynamic changes every semester as we take in new members, the spirit and traditions stay the same, and I think that's my favorite thing about this group. I'm forever thankful for the Bostonians, and I'm excited to see what it's like on the other side as an alum. I'm so lucky to have this family, and I can't wait for someone else to experience what I got to experience. So take good members this fall. If they can't sing that well, just make sure they're at least really, really cool.
That's on me, guys. I'm sorry.
Go get him, Nick.
Nick, turn it on, buddy. Get the plug in.
Hey, look, hands up.
I found love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were that someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just hold my hand. Be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
To our seniors.
That each other?
Soaring, flying, there's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
If we're trying, so we're breaking free.
And all the world can see us in a way that's different than who we are.
Creating space between us.
But you feel that gives me strength, strength to believe. We're breaking free. Flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, yeah, we're breaking free. Can you feel the building? Like a wave, ocean just can't control.
Divine feeling, oh, in our very soul.
Very soul.
Rising till it lifts us up,
So every
everyone can see.
we're breaking free.
Forever,
Flying.
there's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
If we're trying, yeah, we're breaking free. More than hope, more than faith.
This is true, this is faith, and together we see it coming.
More than you, more than me.
Not a want, but a need.
Both of us breaking free.
Free, soaring.
Flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, yeah, we're breaking free.
We're breaking free. We're running
Ooh, climbing.
to a place to be all that we can be. Now's the time.
Now's the time.
We're breaking free.
Oh, we're breaking free.
Oh,
No, the world can see us
safest.